Hey everybody, thank you for checking us out again. It's
What's up, guys?
Nate, How Long Bear, along with Richard, right side up
Mm-hmm.
there, and Chris
Charged
has
up.
Chris has respectfully bowed out. Handy Adam Bear's wife had her birthday. They went over to his in-laws for dinner, cake and ice cream, and he's in a food coma.
I can't wait to make homemade ice cream, man. That'll be good.
Oh, dude. Oh, so awesome. All
Yeah.
right. So, all right. One of the things we were just kind of talking about briefly, uh,
Mm-hmm.
interesting kind of uh, corona issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so, a lot of people have seen and a lot of people have watched different things. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
is my background music loud?
Mm-hmm.
One
Yes, it
sec.
is. Yeah, turn it down a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Almost
good.
gone. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of. It's all good.
Your
Yeah.
your your stream earlier helped me. It made me think of that. Like just
Uh,
a little it helped fill any silence or whatever.
nice.
Uh, dude,
I was just listening to it. I was just chilling on my phone listening to that music whenever she wanted to do the call. So
dude, it actually worked really well. Like super good, awesome.
thanks,
Like
man.
yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean it was just genuine. Like,
So
yeah, I'm down to do it. I'm down to do it. Let's do it. Let's rock it. Let's get it rocking and rolling.
so
I don't know what I'm saying.
right. No, it's good. Let's have some more conversations, right? Uh,
Definitely.
so so a lot of people had seen about that Boise area mother who was arrested at the park for not wanting to leave the park, right?
Hmm.
Now, a YouTuber, Nicole Arbor, actually posted the full video on Twitter. So it wasn't just the snippet of the woman getting arrested, right?
Hmm.
So her point was, you know what? This woman chose to be disobedient and suffered the consequences, right?
Kind of. I mean, she pretty much told the cop to arrest her, and he was like, "All right."
Well, but in the conversation that the officers had with the group,
Hmm. I didn't see the full conversation. I saw like a minute
right,
of it.
right, there were multiple people who asked every officer if any of them had actually uh, they asked what they were authorized by the city to do, and they said they were authorized to cite people
Hmm.
for non-compliance.
Okay.
At which point, a lot of them left. Right?
Right.
They were asked if any of the officers had exercised that authorization and had cited anyone else that day. They said no. We just went around and put up the closed signs and made sure people knew that city parks were closed by order of the mayor.
Right.
So if you have an issue with it, talk to the mayor, right?
Hmm.
So then that woman was refusing to. She should have first been given a citation, and if
Yes.
she still refused to leave, then arrested.
Right.
At
I guess. I mean,
at
at the
no
same
point,
time.
even
Hmm.
upon request by multiple people, did any of the officers give their name and badge number.
Yeah. Of course not.
They refused to give their name and badge number. what the woman who filmed the clip that you saw,
Mm-hmm.
who videoed it, she read the last name off of his badge, but there was even a plainclothes officer who identified himself as a plainclothes officer but did not show his shield.
Right.
But none of the officers supplied badge number or full name upon request, which under Idaho law is
You have to
illegal.
do.
So
Right.
the city can be sued for wrongful imprisonment.
Good. The officers. Good. They should be. They should sue the shit out of the city and the officers, man. Fuck them.
Well, so here's the
I mean,
interesting
these
thing.
guys are just. That's not compassion. Go ahead.
Here's the interesting thing. So when the community went and organized and did a protest at that officer's house,
Mm-hmm.
because they were able to find him by simply looking up on the city website for the employed officers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, they were able to get his name, and then they were able to find his address. So they went and protested there. When he called the police
Mm-hmm.
department to come protect him on his day off,
Mm-hmm.
the police officers who showed up all said, "We kind of agree with these guys. They're not on your property.
Mm-hmm.
We can't ask them to leave as long as they maintain 6 foot social distance from each
Right.
other. From each other."
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's nuts. That's why they were spaced so far apart. That's ridiculous.
So the
That's
officers
so
got
ridiculous.
there, and made it clear to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
we can't ask you to disband as long as you stay out of traffic, off his property,
Mm-hmm.
and maintain a 6 foot social distance.
Okay.
As long as you guys comply
Yeah.
with that, we stand behind you, the citizens.
Huh.
So it looks to me like the city is already going to be. They did release her 3 hours after she was arrested. Oh, on her own recognizance.
Recognizance. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she was released OR, and allowed to return to her home. But I do believe there is going to be a wrongful imprisonment suit.
There should be.
No, I agree. I agree completely.
Well, I
Hmm.
mean, in my personal opinion, these cops shouldn't be enforcing these laws. They know the thing is what they don't realize is, yeah, you're getting a paycheck, dude, but at the same time, you and your family, your loved ones, your people that you care about are going to have to live in this system. For what? For
Right.
fear? For fear? How many people has it allegedly even killed?
Right.
19,000, maybe 20,000? Not even as much as the flu. Why don't we do this for the flu? So, and you can say that for all different. There's so many different ways to attack it, but it's just one of those things where it's, guys, if y'all don't stand behind, if you're not with us, you're against us, type deal. That's how I would look at it. Personally, I'm not even trying to be a part of any of
Right.
that shit.
Right. Like Owen said, just don't engage.
Right.
Don't engage. You don't have to social
Mm-hmm.
distance, but you also don't have to intentionally and visually engage. Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So, uh, anyway, um, let's see. I actually want to hold off on the original
Topic.
conversation idea I had, the original
Mm-hmm.
topic, until Chris can be here, because
Yeah.
between the three
Of
of us,
course.
he is our practicing uh, gardening and food production expert,
Definitely.
current
Definitely.
practicing gardening and food production expert. So,
Yes, he is.
but just a little teaser for everybody. Um, there is a possibility that food could end up being not in shortage, but extremely excessively expensive.
Either or both, according to what I've looked into just from Ice Age Farmer, and yeah,
Well,
it's gonna
I'm
be.
saying for here in the U.S. because there is enough that is produced here in the U.S. Um, that once they have their quota, everything else gets destroyed
Mm-hmm.
or written off, or they still sell it to the government for their minimum
Right,
guarantee, and the
right.
government like sends it out to BLM lands to feed the deer and the wild horses and that kind of stuff, right? So,
Mm.
like,
Yeah. I mean, it's funny.
or it's the truth. It's the truth.
It is.
I have seen convoys of grain trucks go out to the West Desert where there is a Mustang refuge and just
Yeah.
dump it along the road. Wheat, corn, potatoes, like
Mm-hmm.
lettuce, onions, like all kinds of stuff. Just
Mm.
literally dumped off the side of the road because
Uh, yeah.
those
That
people
is
were not
true.
allowed to sell anymore. The government had
Mm.
to buy it, and the government had to get rid of it, dispose of it. So it's a
It's a case for killing government instead of the case for killing Granny.
right. So anyway, we'll get more into that. So I will explain current situation as well as go into some of the preparedness that we should be looking at. And I want to do this here soon because we've only got another month probably for anything north of the what is it? The north of what the 28th parallel. We've only got another month to actually begin our planting.
Right.
If it's going to last through the growing season.
Yeah, that's if you're planning outdoors.
Right. If you're planning outdoors. Um, so also discussing possible uh, city ordinance conflicts with some of this food production stuff, as well as some of the benefits for those who are in the metropolises, who are in the urban areas.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, anyway, uh, so
I don't know. For me, I'm not going to give a fuck about a city ordinance, but that's me. I'm not recommending that as legal advice to anyone. Don't do that. But that's what I'm going to do because fuck all this nonsense.
right,
Like I said, I don't know if you saw my video on Instagram. And it's just a boasting. This is just like it's obvious fucking nonsense. The government has no place to say that, and I'm going to do what I want to do. Um, People can take that concept with speeding. Everyone does that. Guess what? You
right.
do what you want to do. So people who want to fucking look down on me and say this, no nonsense. You speed, motherfucker. I promise. Uh, hey,
do, do you always come to a full and complete stop at a stop sign?
right,
Do you
exactly,
always come to a
exactly.
full and complete stop at a right hand turn at a red light? or do you
Right.
coast
So where's that line?
occasionally? Right. Where's the line?
Exactly.
Right.
So for me, I'm personally not like I had a we're under mandatory curfew here in Hayes County in Texas, and it's from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Guess what? I was out at 12:34, and two cops rolled by me, and I was having a fire in the parking lot by myself, but there was nobody there, and I wasn't being loud. I'm sure it would have been different if there was like a party. But if it was like me and a couple other people, they wouldn't have cared, and they didn't.
No.
They just drove right by.
Curious. What was the reasoning behind putting the fire pit out in the parking lot?
So the way my apartment's, well, obviously I'm not going to put it on grass or anything like that.
Right.
But so I don't have anywhere else to put it in my apartment except in the middle of my building. Because in my building, there's like a center area where people can go sit and stuff. And I did that, but the smoke was like hitting people's windows and stuff, and I felt bad. So I was like, I don't like doing that, so I'm not going to do that again.
Okay, so like a preemptive, right. not bothering anybody, not
right.
intentionally pissing anyone else off.
I wouldn't want to open my window and not have to smell a campfire smoke if I didn't want to smell it.
Well, that was mighty Christian of you.
Well, thank you. I am the most dead.
An atheist wouldn't give a shit.
No, they wouldn't. But an atheist would probably attract the wrong energy and get caught. But
right.
So, but no, I mean it's so I took it outside of the parking lot the next time I did it. But yeah, it's like it's not. They can't enforce the curfew. This isn't 1984. All right, I'm sorry. We just have to for ourselves. That's what it's been the whole time. When it's come to, like I went to go try to buy a gun today. I gotta wait for the government to do a background check. And some of y'all might be like, oh, well, background checks are good. And to a point, I agree with you. But at the same time, at the same very damn time, it does not say that the government can check my background for me to get a fucking gun in the Constitution. It does not say that.
Right.
So
I'm with you.
Yeah. So why the fuck do I have to wait for the stupid government to process my request? I have to ask you to buy a gun. No, motherfucker. You do what I say, but people have got it so upside down. Oh, well, stop people killing people. Yeah, most of those were fucking fake, and the people don't. It's not like that. And I would rather have dangerous liberty than security, personally,
yes.
than treasonous security. And you see that happening in that case in Idaho, I believe, with the woman. That's all this is. And none of it makes any sense. Like if I was there, I would have been like this, because this lady like said it in the video. She was like, none of this. I just want to say that we go to Costco and we put all of our hands on everything. None of this makes any sense. She just wanted her kids to play. And the cop was like, I agree with you. And it's like, now that people have died down through the fear, they're actually starting to think with a semi-level head, if they're not just watching fear porn all day. They're like, actually, none of this makes sense. Like, just normal people. They're like, why can I go to Costco, but I can't go do this?
Right.
So
exactly.
it's one of those things where they're going to start thinking, and the more that they think, that's why we're going to have, that's what Flatten the Curve is all about. That's what it's all fucking about. Is to, okay, now we're going down and the virus is not coming back. Oh, no, there was an outbreak. Oh, no, there was an outbreak. Oh, what do we do? We need to go back home. Oh, no, the virus is gone. So that's what the whole thing is it's conditioning, it's indoctrination.
It's a test run to see how far we are willing to give up our basic liberties.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And people are already like, no.
I think more than people would realize are already like, no, I've not made a big stink about it, but I'm like,
exactly.
Every time somebody says, oh, hey, I need to keep social distancing, okay, call me when you grow a set.
Yeah, me. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same way. Like I was at the vape shop today, And I'm walking out, and I don't even talk to the vape guy after our discussion about germ theory. He's always like pissed off at me, and so it's hilarious. He's like super triggered whenever he sees me, and probably because he went and looked into the secret vaccine court. Now he's mad at me that he's questioning his entire reality. But I was mad. I mean, I wasn't even mad at Owen. I was just mad that that was happening during my spiral. That I was just like, why can't this happen? You know. But
Right.
so I get it, man. I get it. But I'm walking out, and this guy starts walking up, and he like sidesteps to the side really quick, and neither of us are wearing masks. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. I don't care. He was like, oh, okay, cool. No, me neither. And just like walk by me.
Right.
I,
Like,
I find some of the boomers like are the ones who aren't giving a shit, like the ones with boots on and cowboy hats.
right. Well, sorry if they're wearing boots and cowboy hat. Chances are, they've spent a good majority of their life around a whole lot of uh, microorganisms.
Could be, could be. In Texas, it can be a fashion statement. I'm wearing mine
Sure.
because I don't want to wear leather soles anymore. That's
Or
why I'm
rubber
wearing
soles.
mine. Or rubber soles. Yeah, they are leather. So I believe. Uh,
For
so yeah.
for work, I have to have rubber soles. Like
Oh,
there
of course
there's
you do.
there there are some concessions. Leather is not oil resistant or non-slip.
Hmm. See, it's funny the whole, and this just goes to, and it's 11:11. This synchronicity. This just goes to like another point of why the government is so fucking retarded at everything. I tried the non-slip shoes. I slipped more in the non-slip shoes than in regular shoes. I was like,
Right?
why? What the fuck is this? And I put on my regular shoes, and my boss was like, "Are those non-slip?" I was like, "Yep."
Yeah. See.
Yep.
Right.
I was like,
Right.
"No."
So
Like, so it makes sense. Nothing that they put out produces any fruit, you know. And people just don't want to fuck. They're not. They might see it. Hopefully, I think the third time around that they do it, like the second time, I think we'll get fooled. I think people will buy it again, and then I think the third time they do it, people are gonna be like, "All right, this is nonsense."
okay. So I happen to be in contact with some people who are outspoken patriots.
Okay, okay. Very, very sneaky of you. Where's your small hat? Just kidding.
um, they're not going to accept a second round. Like if things don't lax up quick.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. That's one reason why I'm buying my 22. And dude, I bought the SAS Survival Guide. I bought a 14-inch Bowie knife. Uh, Bowie knife, sorry. I bought a flint, like one of those like never-ending flint lighters.
Okay.
I'm
Did,
good.
did did you save money for a bear kit?
Yes, I did
You
actually.
need to have the adventurer bear kit. I'm just saying.
I
First
did actually.
first aid
I did
first aid
actually.
bear first aid bear has got some incredible options. And I will
Yeah.
just say
What
these
I was wanting to get from First Aid Bear was his actual first aid kit. That's what I want.
well, right, but okay, so the
Mm-hmm.
adventurer kit is like an
Mm-hmm.
expanded. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a combination of all of his other kits.
Right,
Um, it's a bigger one
because they're
intended
cheap.
for multiple people
Mm.
for and to be able to not have to replenish after a single use.
Right.
So I would recommend to everybody, if you can, go to First Aid Bear or
Oh,
Bear Kits
I,
on.
I've looked into some of those survival kits and stuff, and a lot of them are like like 200-300 bucks, like really, really, really expensive.
He
And for the same quality stuff, if he's not putting out better quality things, and also he's a bear, go support
Right, he's also a bear. Like, okay, so YouTube has bear kits.
him.
You can search bear kits on YouTube. And in fact, if you search specifically Bear Kit Auto, Bear Kit Auto, AUTO,
Okay.
then we'll pull up a video that I have highlighted on our page here. And it is an active first responder going through the basic bear kit.
I'm trying to pull it up right now. What's the paid? I'm sure I'm subscribed, but what's the
YouTube
name? Page name, channel name. That's the word.
It is okay. Channel name is, so you go to youtube.com/bearkit or bear kits. Is it not coming up?
Nope. Not at all.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, wow, that's weird. Okay. Well, I will on Instagram at First Aid Bear.
All I'm getting is a lot of gay Build-A-Bear kits.
By typing in youtube.com/bear kit.
Oh, well, it doesn't take me to any page there, but yeah, I've done a bunch of different searches by now. Not Build-A-Bear, just bear, just bear. Can I do it? Take it out? Can I take that word out? Like build? Don't care about teddy bears.
Right. Okay, we're seeing the problem with YouTube for the non-national or non-international fed line.
What, do you know the channel name?
It's Bear Kits. BEARKITS.
Okay. Yeah, because I looked that up. That's interesting. I found one by Bear Independent.
No, that's. I would recommend not going to that one.
I don't know him. Here it is. I found the channel. I don't know him. I don't know that guy. I'm not saying go to him. Cool. All right.
No, but he was one of the first customers. That guy was one of the first customers and decided to do a review on it. He lists his credentials as a first responder and says that it is that auto kit that he does there is awesome, top notch.
Cool.
So, check it out. There are multiple people who have some absolutely incredible things to say about that. Okay, so this right here, this is actually First Aid Bear himself just emptying out one of the packs to show what all's in there.
Wow, look at all that stuff, guys.
Oh, they are stuffed. They are stuffed. And let me tell you, even your auto one like that, like the one he's got there, really small, really easy to carry around. It's got enough stuff that you've got at least 2 usages or 2 applications of everything, at least 2, except for the knife. But that's part of the reason that one's right about $80 US. That knife is awesome.
Awesome. And do you know what this one runs?
That one runs right close to $80.
Wow. Look at all that crap for $80, guys. Look at that.
$80. $80. I have still
the bag. I mean, he'll have to change the flag on it. No Canadian flag for me, but
Well, but that's a Velcro patch. It's actually on a military grade. Right.
I'm just fucking with it.
It's actually on a military grade pack, and that's a Molly patch. So it's just you take that off. The patch itself has the hard hooks for the Velcro. The pack has the soft part of the Velcro. So it's really cool. Really cool. Like, I've been trying to do it a couple of times, and every time, no. So
why is that?
Well, first, the bank I was using would not talk to the payment processor he was using. And then once he did get on PayPal, all of a sudden my PayPal was shut off because of my complaints about a purchase that I made.
Oh, so it just shuts you off.
Yeah, it took a month to get mine turned back on, and then this Corona crap came up, and like keeping a roof over my head is a little important.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And then I had to register. And then I had to register my vehicle. So, like,
that's expensive.
Yeah. Well, not really.
It depends on where you are. I think it's like $80 here.
Well,
something. I could be wrong.
Here in Utah, it is value based. So it depends on how expensive your vehicle is.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I bought mine for $600. Now, when you go to register it, they take the highest estimate of Blue Book value for your registration fees, which puts mine at like $1,500 of value.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. So I pay like 8% of $1,500. It was really not bad. It was under $100.
Yeah.
So
it's like what's 5%? Like 75. So it's like $80, $90.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
So
there it is. Oh, nope. There he is. I've been trying to find First Aid Bear this entire time. This is ridiculous. Okay, finally found him.
We found your First Aid. He's actually he has viewed every one of our posted videos. Just so you know.
Dude, yeah, First Aid Bear crushes, man. Thank you for watching our stuff, First Aid Bear.
He's in you. Absolutely. He is in your time zone. So we need to arrange with him to come on and do an interview and talk him up.
Yeah. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I'm so down. I'm just trying to find his stuff. Dude, there's like a super small one for like $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna get. Yeah,
okay.
That's exactly the one I wanted. Okay.
Sweet.
We didn't have, and I do plan on getting once I get paid on Monday. Got to go buy a scope for my 22, and I'll buy that too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're it's just kind of crazy with what all's going on. So I spaced off what I was gonna say.
Oh no, we got talking about bear kits for a while.
Go
ahead.
You got it there. So
yeah, go ahead, buddy.
What are you there on his on his site, on his Instagram?
I am.
Go ahead and show that one.
Insta.
Show the people his Insta.
Okay.
We're not going to
Here's.
dox him or anything.
I'm not saying what it is. But yeah, there's one
Right?
of like a lot of this kits all ready to go. The hard work he puts into them.
Oh, he puts a bunch of hard work into it.
Oh, that's not a good picture. There we go. That's a better picture. But yeah, I guess we got it saying that switch. That's the Bear Kit Auto. There are two different versions. Price has been reduced. The black, 94, and 68. Wow, that's $94 Canadian, 68 US. Wow, super cheap, super
Right.
cheap.
Well, you go,
That's yeah.
and especially since this is actually going to be the same quality as paramedics are going to show up to the incident with.
Oh, 100%.
Right? So, like that is definitely.
Doesn't he do that?
Yeah, he's been trained in that. He has family, I believe, that's involved with that, and
Okay.
it's something that he's really like. He took his passion for it and decided to build a small business. So
Awesome. Support what you like or it goes away.
yes. Oh, look at that! Other people with their packs. Oh
Yep.
man. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
And you know what? I'm even fine with that camouflage maple leaf on there because I can add something else to it later.
There you go.
Yeah.
But after I buy mine, I have a buddy who's a paramedic, and I'll get him to do a review on it so he can post it on his page and shit.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, my buddy lives here, and just like 45 minutes from me. So
nice.
him and his fiance. His dad's actually an ex-SEAL. I grew up with the guy like ever since I was 1 year old.
Nice.
Yeah, super cool dude. So I'm talking to him about getting land and shit too. No 10 people within 10 miles of you, right?
Right. Exactly.
Personally, what I want to do is a compound. Just get like everybody go in on 30 acres and like bring your families and we'll just do this shit together.
Can you imagine? Because okay, so Texarkana and Texoma are literally like nearly identical terrain, right? So we look at what we can get more of between Texarkana and Texoma. Like see what we can pick up if like 20 people were each able to throw in $5,000, right?
Oh, dude, that's more than enough.
Oh
well,
yeah.
That's not more than enough, but I mean, maybe. No, it's not. You're gonna need more than that for plumbing. I've got my dad who has a really interesting mind working on Tesla's technology right now to recreate it. People have already redone it, and my dad was looking into that technology years ago.
Right. No, I was just talking about purchasing the land.
Yeah, I'm talking about all of it. I'm talking about all of it. Well, you're going to need plumbing. You're going to need a creek, on the land, hopefully, that your sewer can run off into. You're going to need electrical because I personally want AC in Texas. So I'm going to need I'm going to need electrical power. Okay, and it would be nice if you could do that.
Let me see. Let me see your browser history. Let me.
Dude, you can see my browser history, man. I've been watching no pornos. You want to see it? I'll show you.
I heard you. You like in prior conversations you'd even called out that blonde chick about it.
She admitted it, so
See,
she
there
brought
you
it
go.
up. She admitted it. She brought it up. I did not.
Right.
So,
No, I'm saying like good on you, man. It's not just the guys. It's not just the guys that it affects.
very, very true. Very true. Yeah. Here, browser history.
Very nice.
As you can see, no pornos. None to be had here. My whole thing is if I can have electricity, why not? Like, obviously, I don't have to have it. But it's
Absolutely.
like, if I can have it, why not? If it can be created, which it can, let's do it. And let's do it in the way that we don't have to rely on the beast. You know? I personally want to just buy a whole bunch of like trucks, like a few trucks, and then turn them into where that they can just be either electric or water powered.
Right. You want to see the stuff that I search?
Yeah, man.
There's my history.
Nothing. Did you just wipe it? Did you just wipe it, Nate? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I assume you search more things on your phone than your laptop.
Well, that's my phone.
Oh, that's your phone. Okay.
And nothing's opening up under there. So, like those. This is what I search actually into my browser. Now, if I go in here, no, it's not. It's not even pulling anything up there. I like it has been so long since I've had a questionable search. Most of what I search is through like I'll go search through YouTube for my gravy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it is not it is so not anything like, questionable. Well,
Oh no, me neither, dude. I don't even want to do that. I'd rather see synchronicities, personally.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I'd rather crush.
That's
Like it's 4/22/2020, and today I just randomly picked up my phone and it was 4:44. I was like, what the fuck?
right. Right. Synchronicity.
Yeah. Means we're on the right path.
Right. So,
but yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Well, I was actually just trying to think. I don't know. Have you got anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, this is bullshit. This was just like a phone call. We didn't even really talk about anything like stream worthy. I thought it was nice. It was a nice change of pace.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been recording it for the stream.
Yeah,
and we're at 44 minutes right now. Look at that.
What the hell? Are we really?
44 and 7, 8,
I have
9.
46/24. Interesting.
On
it's
call.
because yeah, on the call. Right.
Because I'm recording.
Stop the recording at 44:44.
All right.
Exactly. I'm just kidding. That would be making the synchronicity. What's up, buddy?
Right. So, but yeah, I think we're pretty close to being able to be a little more, to be very much more consistent with the recordings. I'm digging through. I've in my attempts to in my testing attempts, I've been running into a lot of the same issues that Owen has had with OBS.
Mhm.
So if anyone else knows, and it's good to see that he's having those issues with his uh with his Apple
Mhm.
laptop. So iOS is having similar issues to Windows. Um, I
Ah.
just I just can't even get us streaming yet.
Well, I just bought. I mean, it's used, but it's got an Intel Core i5, 64-bit processor. I think it's got
Right.
6 gigs of RAM. Um, so I could probably handle that. Dude, I'm actually thinking about might want to, if we can just download it from D Live, we might as well go D Live on D Live and then download it and upload it to YouTube. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
That's what I'm
definitely.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But
I
anyways,
say I say okay. Let's work on that. Let's work on that this week. So plan on next Thursday evening.
mhm.
Um, let's work on that next week. Maybe next Thursday evening, because I should not have to work next Friday. But if we can do a D live stream, that would
Mhm.
rock. That would
Yeah,
rock. And
yeah.
then
I'll see
and
why
then we
not.
can and then we can record it and actually upload it over to the YouTube.
Mhm.
The one issue is you have to have 2,000 subscribers before you can have replay on D Live.
Oh. Hmm.
So, but we can broadcast live and encourage people to get there,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, I mean, either way, we're still there, and people can show up live if they want.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we repost it over and just tell people in the stream, you know, um, when when we're going to do the D live stream.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, if y'all are still listening at this point, since we're game planning on live or on the recording, um, uh, I will be doing a show. I'm gonna start doing more shows with Elizabeth, but I will be doing one tomorrow night with her as well. And I'm gonna get my dad on. I'm working on getting him on. He's got a lot of gravy. He's a little boomery, but he's wise.
It's
Um,
like it's like a gravy boomer.
kind of. I mean, yes, but he's definitely got cognitive dissonance. Like he still thinks Israel's good, and I'm just like, man, they're not. He's like, but the Bible. I was like, but God's not talking about Israel, the country. It's not what he's talking about.
Right.
So that's what was funny to me. But so anyways, he's a little boomery, but he's got a lot of good like technical gravy, and he gets a lot of stuff.
There you go.
So yeah, so I'm thinking about getting him on and talking to some other people too, trying to convince them. Y'all reach out to people, get them on. Y'all do a stream with them, or we can all do a stream. Don't matter to me.
No, absolutely. And we'll get things smoothed out and worked out. My employer is a little erratic right now, with not having with us being down a local driver, plus um, the other regular Idaho driver being out for uh, health reasons. He's recuperating from a motorcycle accident.
I'm sure the
No,
coronavirus caused it.
well, he didn't die, so they didn't consider it a corona case.
Fair
Um,
enough.
They could not list COVID-19 since he didn't actually have any of the symptoms. But first week of May, first Monday in May, he's got a scheduled return to work. So hopefully, in which case, I've got 2 hours later in the evening that I can go. Wow, it's difficult unless I take the computer with me. And yeah, unless I take the computer with me to on the road, and then I have to be able to stay awake, unlike last week.
No, man, we'll do it whenever you can. Obviously, it's all good. Well, so when are y'all wanting to do, you and Chris, when are y'all wanting to do that stream about your supply chain, all that
food supply chain? Changes to the food supply chain.
When are y'all wanting to do
it? Tomorrow, I believe.
Cool.
Because
what time?
He was bowing out.
Midday?
So, well, I have to work. They've allotted me 4 additional hours of overtime. But I can't go in until 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So that would be until 2 or 2:30 Mountain Time.
So it'd be about 3:30. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, around 4 or 5.
So if we go, well, that's that I'd be on the clock, and then I got to get home on Friday. Okay. So like, we say 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 6 p.m. your time. 5 your time.
My time. 5, I don't know. I'll have to look.
You're on Central
Time. Yeah, it's an hour ahead, right?
You're an hour ahead. Chris is 2 hours ahead of me, so he's an hour ahead of you. So it'd be 6 p.m. his time. I'll arrange with him and make an advertisement post about it for and see if we can run it on DLive.
Yeah. Send me the post too, and I'll do that. I need to make sure I can record from or download from DLive, but yeah, I'll figure it out. Cool, man. No worries. Oh, and on a final note, guys, I just saw this tweet while on Instagram. That's confusing. Somebody took a snapshot of the tweet and posted it to Instagram. This is by Planned Parenthood. It says, if you're having unprotected oral sex on the anus, shouldn't it be in the anus, or putting a penis or sex toy in your mouth after it's been in someone's anus, you might be at risk of transmitting #COVID-19. Use barriers like condoms and dental dams to help prevent contact with poop that can carry COVID-19. My instant response when I read that was, what the fuck did I just read?
My instant reaction is, or you can just quit playing with sodomy.
Yeah.
Like butt stuff. Like, really?
Just stop. Just stop, Planned Parenthood. I thought Planned Parenthood's plan was to create no parenthood, in the words of Owen Benjamin.
Well, yes,
why do they care?
But they have to tell you. They have to tell you how to very safely have butt play.
Well, I thought that they would want more vaginal play, so that they could just murder more babies. Isn't that what they do?
Yeah, that's the more expensive one, though. And in this time of COVID-19 layoffs, I mean,
it's true.
Really,
just put it right up the anus.
No.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. I shouldn't be. Sorry. Excuse me, guys. Don't put it in the anus. Don't put it in the anus. Don't.
I will talk about it. I will joke around about it, but I literally choked down a reaction much like Owen's, where it's like,
oh, definitely. That's why I was just like, oh. I don't know if you noticed that. I was just like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, when you were talking, I was just like, what is that? What did I just read?
Did you see my Instagram post that I copied off of a Facebook page?
I did not.
So on a motorcycle riders group that I'm a member of, someone posted a picture of, like, someone took and created patches of the group would be called the Exotic Few,
Uh,
and it's the face of the dude from uh, Tiger King,
okay.
and like they put, like, who wants to help me start the Utah chapter? I said, too much sodomy for my taste.
Yeah, dude. That's what I said when people keep talking about it to me. Like, I was on the phone for an hour trying to get my previous laptop to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Right.
And this guy was, like, telling me about it. Like, we became friends. And
Nice.
and he was trying to tell me about it.
So,
and I was just like, I don't watch it. I don't care.
right.
And I was like, I'm not big on sodomy. And he just laughed. He was like, oh, okay.
So another guy from the group asked me, how would you know what sodomy tastes like? So I had to respond, like, I took 6 hours of really thinking about how to answer it. And I said, well,
Right.
having never tried sodomy myself,
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine it would be a freezer burn generic hot dog wrapped in a whiskey fart. And, like, I threw up a little in my mouth as I typed that.
Oh.
Just the mental picture,
Oh,
right?
God, that's a lot.
So I checked that. That was 2 days ago. I checked that post today on the YouTube or on the Facebook, and nobody has responded to it. Like, I'm pretty sure that whole thread just ended right there with
Good.
that. Because they're either going to have to say, oh no, sodomy doesn't taste like that at all, or they're going to have to admit that a freezer burned generic hot dog wrapped in a whiskey fart doesn't turn them off.
Oh, gross. Oh. I need the War on Oxygen Part 2. Worldwide weaponizing air. Okay, cool. Got to get my mind off of that. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. That is so gross. This has been a weird fucking day today. I mean, on my previous stream earlier with Elizabeth, we talked about the eating poop rituals, man. I was like, we've been on this topic for way too long. So I just steered it in a different direction. Oh, man.
It's been your whole theme today. Like, the one.
Not the whole theme. Not the whole theme. It has been a theme.
The one underwriting theme has been.
And then and then the tweet by Planned Parenthood. Ugh, gross. Planned Parenthood. Dude, did you see this? Somebody called the media faking a counter protest.
Okay.
Did you see that video?
No.
Yeah, go check it out.
Wait, yes, I did. Where there was a girl who was videotaping the people parading or doing the driving protest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And camera crew had one guy in full scrubs with a mask stand out at a red light in front of a vehicle and show his sign, right? Just to be in opposition. Yeah, I did. Media faking counter protest.
It's all fear, man.
And she's like, I got it on video. He's a fake. He's a fake. Are you even a damn doctor?
Yep. It's like, who goes through with that, man? If, like, my boss was like, hey, we need you to go do this, I'd just be like, no.
No.
Like, no. No.
Like, is an episode of Punk'd, is it going to get replayed enough and I get like $100 every time it plays? Okay. Sure. then, okay, sure.
Right.
Is it a news story that's going to get buried as soon as they embarrass themselves with it? No. No. Like not even a little bit.
Dude, and it's like the more and more like people are seeing this, like COVID-19. Like I'm sure people waxed themselves into oblivion the first 2 weeks, and now they're just like, that's all right. That got boring. What was? Let me look up, see what's going on in the world. Wait. COVID-19 notice. No, they're like, honey, let's go for a walk. No, let's ride our bikes on the bike trail. That sounds like a good idea. COVID-19 notice. In order to prevent the possible spread of COVID-19, trails are closed to bicycles until further notice. Walking is permitted. Wouldn't it be better if somebody sped past you quicker so they couldn't spend enough time around you on a bike so that you couldn't catch it?
Okay, well, you yourself as someone who flatly denies any and all germ theory, right? You're much more into the terrain theory.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So I myself, I'm still working out of the germ theory as a whole, right? Because I consider germ to be any negative microbiotic. Okay.
Right.
Right. And we already said, I'm accepting viruses are not alive and can't grow and replicate within you.
No, I'm talking about germ theory in the sense of viruses, because bacteria can spread. Right. So bacteria are alive.
Well, here's one of the crazier things. So one of my one of my friends who is still like he might be the third biggest proponent of Q. All right. So he ran down in Wednesdays. So Wednesday the 22nd, media thing that the COVID response team does. Fauci said that it is possible with a vaccine to still shed the virus, right?
Right, so because that makes sense.
In that case, that's where I just went, all right, buddy, let me read it through. Let's see where the hidden, what's the message? What's the real message? What's the...
Right.
So,
I know, dude.
Like this is the guy that had me that 164th Q-tard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what's the message? What's the message? There's nothing there. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Fauci admitted on Wednesday that you can shed virus from the vaccine, right?
But vaccines are supposed to protect us from the virus.
In which case, whether you're infected or not, if you are shedding, I'm sorry, whether you're infected or vaccinated, if you are shedding virus and you're riding your bike, that's going to shed...
Watch out for black people.
Faster, over a greater distance in the same amount of time as walking would. Like the concentration would be the same, it would just be a faster...
Exactly. You would just go by them faster, so you had less amount of time to be able for it to get to you, according to germ theory.
Unless they're thinking the June bug on the windshield theory, in which case it's just gonna any virus that they shed is just gonna smack you harder in the sinuses.
Maybe, but at the same, yeah. I don't know, man. These people are obviously Masons and retarded. So it's like, dude, listening to
I,
James True.
I don't think half of these guys even got through third-degree Mason.
I'm pretty sure Fauci is a 33rd degree, and so is the Surgeon General. Excuse me.
Are there different levels for the autistic ones?
I don't know. I mean, they're all autistic in my opinion. It's all retarded.
I mean, Fauci may be able to pass as a high functioning, but the Surgeon General really and truly hits me as a full-on Asperger's. Like, really, truly. That.
I think we're all a little Aspergery.
No,
if you got vaccinated, you're a little Aspergery. I'm a little Aspergery.
I think I just insulted all the natural Aspergers out there, and I apologize.
Dude, Asperger's isn't a fucking natural thing. It's created by vaccines. That's my theory. That's my theory at least. So it's created by vaccines. The only way that it can happen is through heavy metal in the brain. That's the only way. So yes, our brain does create a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of heavy metal. A tiny, like a minuscule. I can't even remember how much it was. It was so little. And organic, due to a master's degree in fucking organic chemistry, and so like your average person isn't going to know this, right? So it's like it doesn't matter that much if your average person doesn't know it. And he was like, well, it creates, this tiny bit amount. And I was like, so it creates such a small amount of aluminum that what does that tell you? Like, if there's so little amount of it, do you really think we should add more? It's like the recipe calls for a 2 drops of vanilla extract. Let's just put a tablespoon in there. What's going to happen to your cookies? It's going to taste terrible. They're going to taste terrible, And so that's what that is. It's like people they can't fucking think. They're so brainwashed, and traumatized. And it's not brainwashed. I need to stop saying brainwashed. It's trauma. It's literal trauma from that Black Mirror. Like, what's on my Black Mirror right now? You want to see? Yeah, I have it on. But guess what? 528 Miracle Tone. There it is. So
there we go.
I don't fucking watch TV. The only show I will watch, there are 2. One is Boston Legal, so I can sum it up. Hey, this is going to sound weird. No, that's going to sound weird.
Just say it weird.
How to say this. So I can because they're lawyers, and I can't remember the dude's name, but he's like a really, really gifted lawyer, and it's like he's very good at wordplay. And so I like to view that for my job, because at this point, I'm like, let the dead bury the dead. I need land. So yeah, I might have to sell something that has saved very few people, but can potentially do so, just to get what I need to get, so I don't have to take the mark of the beast. So that's kind of where I've come to. That's the best opportunity for me right now. I can't just go get $15 an hour job and expect to buy $40,000 worth of land. You know what I mean? So that's that. And if I went to go do solar, I wouldn't be able to get the same deal. It would take me two months, maybe even 3, to get down exactly how to sell it. And even then, I still wouldn't be making that much.
Gotcha.
So it's just a way better round. But anyways, I watched that, and I haven't watched that in like a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, like 2 months. Because it's a weird ass show. They push a lot of propaganda. And Full Metal Alchemist. Those are the only 2 things. Because Full Metal Alchemist is literally what's going on right now. Like, literally.
Right. Okay.
And, so yeah, what's up, dude? I'm watching this. Look into Tartaria, guys. Look into free energy. Look into the cathodes and the anodes. Look into it.
Hey, so I'm gonna take a break from the camera for 60 seconds. I'll be right back.
Do your thing. But yeah, so I guess I will take a break after he gets back. That way you guys aren't just left with a blank screen. How is everybody? Yeah, I think moving to D Live is going to be fun. It'll be interesting for us because I like to go live. I like to interact with the people as much as I can, obviously without distracting from the subject. So that's just me personally. Because hey, it's nice to do that. You know, people tune in. What's cool about the internet? You know, I've always said this about the internet. Not always. They're great because the internet was created by DARPA and MIT in the 50s, right? And the internet and social media. It was not created by Al Gore. And so with the internet, that was one of their greatest. It was created by a team of psychologists, and so it was going to be used as a control mechanism, a brainwashing mechanism, and it is. But it's also our greatest weapon against them because it's information. So that's why I think that so many of these like truther channels, these fear channels, have to do like what one are allowed, you know, on YouTube is because they're preaching fear. But also, I think that's why they allow like so much of this narrative and put a lot of the narrative out there is to water down the information. Like I wrote that to Owen in a letter a long time ago. And I was like, I think that's part of the whole thing is a part of the truther movement is to really just push fear, you know. But I'm going to take a break. That's probably a good note for you to hop in on, Nate, if you can hear me.
Okay, so what was it you were? Oh, on the allowing the truther movement on platforms.
Yeah, even if they're speaking some true stuff, it's for fear and to
to water it down. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. So, we are allowed to hear. There we go. We are allowed to hear on YouTube, different websites, radio stations, even like some of the conspiracy channels or truther channels or the paranormal investigation stuff or like there are so many of them that cross over between observable truth that's hidden by the mainstream or and like the wow way out there that makes Q look like a puzzle for a kindergartner. But yeah, there's an intentional allowing of this information to be out there until the crowd gets so big at one provider. Just until the crowd gets so big at one provider that it's able to actually affect a larger number of people. Because human nature is it is very few people who are able to dig in and research something that goes against the narrative when there aren't a bunch of other people around that do it, right? Like there are very few people who dig into Tartaria until they hear it like 8-10 times on different podcasts, right?
Right.
Because nobody wants to be the weirdo.
See, the funny thing is that I tried Googling Tartaria after Owen talked about it, and I couldn't find shit. I was like, what the hell? But that was before that the search engines got unblocked. Now you can find stuff.
Right. Now you can find all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
I'll read a message from one of the bears. They'll remain anonymous, but they said this. to me about Tartaria since we're on that subject. This person's done a lot more looking into than I have about it, and so people are glorifying the Tartarian Empire because they had technology and free energy. They were a Nephilim nation. Why is it we really don't know about them? Is it to hide the tech or to hide the destruction of the Byzantine Empire? Why were the cathedrals repurposed as churches? Nikola Tesla got the tech from occult Tartarian sources, but is this a good thing? If it is given back to us, does the meaning we are using tech from fallen angels, which are we already probably anyway? Just saying. La la la. La, 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 da, da, da. She said nobody digs deeper, just surface stuff. Oh, cool. They must just be hiding Tartaria because they don't want us to have technology and magical healing. But we know it is sin that breeds disease, sin of fear, lying, excessive fornication, and gluttony. You wouldn't need some magical healing cathedrals if you weren't a nation full of sin.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? But I don't know. I also said, what did I say? Oh, yeah. Hold on. I mean, this is what I was gonna say. I'm okay with fallen angel technology. Why not, right? Just because they know something, And the fallen angels. I mean, you listened to my live stream today, most of it actually. Mm-hmm. So I pretty much do agree with her on a lot of what she says when it comes to like what this realm is and everything like that. Because it's not all. It's in a lot of the Bible, but the language has been so graveled you can't understand it.
Right.
What it's trying to say, and a lot of the Bible got destroyed.
Right. I have one moment. Getting it ready? Okay. All right. So I have this roommate who does like absolutely incredible stuff, and it took a whole lot longer than he expected. But the bacon wrap stuffed pork loin is finally done.
Dude, nice. But that's gonna be fire.
The stuffing alone, what he stuffed it with, looked good enough that I was like, hey, are you cool if I get some of that before? Because when I got home, they were talking about just as I got in the door, they were talking about putting it in a Ziploc or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you mind if I get a bowl of that before you put it away? And like, oh no, this is a bunch of raw stuff that is cooking inside the roast that's in the oven. And I'm like,
I'm so jealous. That sounds amazing, man. Oh wow. Yeah, I had what I have to eat today. I had
that is actually the
keto
small
tacos.
Right. But Bob's cooking, if you hear me mention my brother Bob's cooking is the smallest reason why I will continue to live with them for as long as that married couple will have me. For as long as that married couple will have me in their house, I will continue to live with them.
Dude, not a bad idea, man. Are you gonna grow some shit?
What's that?
Are you gonna grow some stuff, some plants?
Having a conversation with our landlord because on Sunday, because I have to make sure that he's okay with it, and like we have so many animals in the house that I can't really do like potted stuff really easily.
That makes sense.
So I have to make sure that he's okay with the area that I plan to do it on, and he's just a really weird dude, and like it's 50-50 as to whether or not we're going to be offered to buy the house from him,
Okay. Okay.
or if he's going to say, screw it, I'm going to let the bank tank it. You have your 30-day notice. We don't know. It's a 50-50.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I hope that you get to, my man. Yeah, just waiting for mine to start sprouting. So.
No, totally awesome. Like I actually grew up doing a garden every year, and after my
Nice.
dad passed, and I was the only one of the men of the family left who uh, wasn't married. Um, I got to go do a garden for my mother for 2 years and make sure that it was watered and all that stuff. At which point, like, to spend after work 3 to 4 hours a day for 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I may as well just move in here.
Might as well. Yeah, man. I mean, as a kid growing up, my mom had a garden and flowers and shit that I would have to weed. I hated it. And then whenever I got older, uh, and just the idea of growing my own food personally, and like hunting for my own food, and it's like you don't have to pay. Like I was once I figured this shit out, I was just like, fuck all these people. Like screw this, dude.
so,
And
so
like the system itself. And I was like, I would rather just not have to deal with any of it, and you know, be able to just go dig my own trenches for plumbing and sewage, and have my own electricity because that can be made, and then grow
right.
my own food
So,
and hunt. Like that's what I would want. Like what's wrong with that?
did I see an article correctly, um, or was it misinformation that Texas actually, uh, the state of Texas legislature decided that hunting and fishing are a constitutional right?
Let's see. I don't know.
Because if so, is that only for Texas residents, or
If it was the Texas state legislature,
well,
then yeah. But if you just get an
or would
address,
it,
I'm pretty sure
or
you're a
would it,
resident.
or would it be if I have birth certificate, driver's license, social security card to show that I am in the United States, uh,
Yeah,
in the
it's in the Bill of
system of
Rights,
the U.S.
Article 1.
Aha.
Yeah.
So could I just happen to roll into Texas and show up fishing with you and not have to get a fishing license?
No, you would need a fishing license. You have to have a license. This is the
Well,
Texas Constitution, mind you.
right,
So,
but as
yeah.
but as a Texas Constitution, as a constitutional right, there's no licensure required for it, right?
I'm sure. Well, Texas was I can't remember. It was the 1840s, I think, when Texas became a state. I honestly don't
Right.
know. But I'm sure that if it was that. Hold on, I'll answer your question just a second. Yeah, 1845. Yeah, and December 29th. So when the Constitution for Texas was written, or the Republic of Texas, the Texas annexation was the 1845. That's when they became a state.
Right.
Hold on, I need to Google something different. Texas Constitution written. There we go. 1876. That's interesting, huh? Oh yeah, because in our Constitution we would only join for certain reasons, and in our
Right.
Constitution we were like we have the right. That's why our flag, and because we were the Republic of Texas, we were our own country, so that's why the flag can fly just as high as the United States
U.S.
flag, is because we're still technically looked at as our own country, and we can like secede anytime, and we would only join if we had our own Constitution, Bill of Rights, stuff like that.
Well, if that boogaloo happens, you give me as much notice as you can. I'll come be on your side.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
I mean, that's how Davy Crockett became a Texan, was the Alamo, right?
I don't even know if he was ever a Texan, to be honest. I just know he was in the story of the Alamo. But no, I guess what I was saying was that I know that I heard that they didn't suspend it during Corona, like you couldn't hunt or fish, but you do need a license to hunt or fish in Texas.
Okay.
Unless you're fishing from a pole without, like if you just go get a stick of bamboo and tie a string to it and fish. But if you have like an actual pole, you have to have a license. Yeah, I know, it's retarded.
A cane pole, no license required? Shit,
Correct.
Yeah. Correct. Shit, yeah.
I know, it's not bad, right? It's not bad, right? I could fish for bass like that. Yeah.
You can fish for bass like that. All the panfish. There's catfish you can fish like that.
Yeah, you need a long enough string, but yeah.
Well, it depends on the size of the creek that you're in. Like what you call creek is a designated river in Utah.
Fair enough.
Because a creek runs at least most of the year. A stream might dry up, right? Or is it the other way?
Yeah, stream will dry up, sure.
Okay. So
Texas is pretty hot.
Well, yeah. Well, I know. I've driven through there. Let me tell you, Dallas-Fort Worth is not so much fun in July in a truck with no AC.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, not at all. No, that sucks, actually.
And to try and sleep at night in a truck with no AC.
Got to roll the windows down.
Miserable. Well, even then, I had to have 5 battery-powered fans.
That's a lot. Keep the car running. To have the fans going, dude. That sucks. Oh man, At least I had AC when I slept in my car. But yeah, so this is the Texas Constitution. I like the Texas Constitution. Freedom and sovereignty of state. Texas is a free and independent state subject to only the Constitution of the United States and the maintenance of our free institutions and the perpetuity of the Union depending upon the preservation of the right of local self-government, unimpaired to all the states. Yeah, I love this.
So actually, the automatic weapons ban and the artillery ban. Once it was required to have an FFL in order to even acquire artillery, technically the federal government has broken that, and Texas can secede right today.
It's very true. There's a Texas secede party. I know.
I know.
I would be okay with that. As long as it's not as bad as what we got going on, I'm okay with that. Texas is the 10th largest, has the 10th biggest economy in the world. That's just Texas.
Well, there's enough FTM down there, farm to market and ranch to
mainly
market.
Oil. It's mainly oil, but yeah.
Well, no, I'm like down.
Like we have our own infrastructure, pretty much.
Right. Well, you've got the infrastructure. No, I'm talking. I'm talking actual farming and ranching with farm to market and ranch to market.
Yeah.
To be able to export in order to bring in other stuff. Not to mention Katy, Texas. You've got an awful lot of necessary things handled out there in Katy, Texas, like the igloo factories out in Katy, igloo coolers.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I know
I used to
Dr.
deliver
Pepper is
material.
here.
Yeah, I used to deliver material out there to Katy, Texas. Um, and then you've got Arctic is down San Antonio. No, a little south of San Antonio is Arctic. Another brand of cooler and insulated mug and stuff.
I didn't know that. It
Oh
makes
yeah.
sense. We have so many of those here in Texas. They're all different types of brands.
Nobody likes their ice more than Texas.
Dude, it's because it's hot.
The only
Hot,
the only place I've ever experienced that was worse than Texas.
Arizona's pretty bad. It's like dry though.
No, there's Arizona, and then there's Gila Bend, Arizona, which is the hot spot on Hell's Furnace. Literally, it averages 15 degrees hotter than Phoenix.
Wow. What do you know? It's see how hot it is there right now. What's the place called?
Gila Bend, Gilabend. I'll bet you right now it's no colder than 75 degrees.
It's 82 degrees right now. Tomorrow it's supposed to get up to 98.
Right?
Wow.
And not even May 1st. Look now look up Phoenix. Phoenix, I'll bet you, is having a low tonight of 65.
The high in July is 109 for 2 days.
That's the average high.
Yes.
For Gila Bend. That's average high to date.
Nuts. I remember
that includes the
days
3
football, man.
Right. That includes the 3 days during the 3 days on record during the winter that it got cold enough to snow and last for 3 days.
It makes no sense. That makes no sense. Phoenix is 82 right now. I don't even know the temperature right now here. Let's see. Probably like 70 something. Yeah, 65. Yeah. Nice night. 65 degrees. It's beautiful. No wind. Doesn't sound like it.
We just dropped into the 40s here. Here in Salt Lake, we just dropped down into the 40s about an hour and a half ago.
That's not bad. I could do that. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could live up north. You know, like I don't think I could live in the cold constantly.
Right. Well, Richard, I'll tell you this. If we can do it, if we can work it, you come out to Salt Lake on a weekend this summer, and I'll take you camping.
Dude, that'd be fun.
I'll take you camping to a place where it's like it's wild trout right there where you can camp, and like you can experience a Rocky Mountain camping trip.
Dude, that'd be a blast, man.
Where you're sweating balls during the day, and then as soon as the sun goes down, like you need a coat.
Nice. Not mad about that. That's what it's kind of like right now here in Texas. It's always like that.
Oh no, 60s? 60s? Really? No, 60s. I'm wearing just one. 60s. I'm wearing just one light shirt outside. Like I wouldn't even need a long sleeve. With 15 mile an hour winds.
The wind gets me, man. I'm from Texas, dude. I'm from Texas, man. The cold, man, it gets me. I can stand the heat. I'm good in the heat, man. I'll sweat. That cold, you're just like, this is nice for like 2 months. And then after that, you're just like, I'm so sick and tired of not being able to feel my hands.
Right. Well, okay, I'll tell you this. I've got places I can take you up camping on 4th of July. There will still be snow under the trees.
I believe it. I believe it. I'd like to go up there during the winter and ski.
Let's set it up. Let's do it. As long as we're able to still travel interstate.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
And if not, I'll be meeting you. If not, I'll be meeting you between Texarkana and Texoma. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because those are dead spots right now. Let them come find me.
Yeah. I have to convince a lot of people to move to Texarkana. My dad wants to get a boat. He's like, I'm gonna get a boat and make it all Tesla electronic, and I'm like, we can just fish and grow our own food on the boat. I'm like, dude, that's a lot of money. How are you gonna do that?
How are you gonna fuel it?
He's gonna try to make them electric.
That stuff's poison.
He should make it water powered. He should make it water powered personally.
I want to put it in your mouth.
What stuff?
The food I made. It's all bad.
It's all bad?
Don't do it.
Okay, I'm being called to dinner.
All right, no worries, buddy. All right, man.
All right, we'll go ahead and I'll get this posted here tonight, and
sure.
at hour and 36 minutes recording.
Perfect.
Awesome. Cool. Well, remember, Right Side Up Bear on Instagram. What's your other channel?
Right Side Up Cast or Right Side Up Airstream. YouTube. I don't have another channel.
Oh, okay. Sweet. And Haul Long Bear on Instagram. And yeah, we'll see you guys around. Thank you.
All right. Peace out.